Hello everyone, Exile here. I hope you all well and good. Now, today, I want to start a new series. And as you can probably see, it's going to be about The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Now, I know this game is not that recent, alright? But I think I can still do something interesting with it. And it will be a challenging run of it, alright? Because I always found that this game was quite easy, alright? Mainly because the enemies were too easy to kill. They died too fast. So, I desperately wanted, since the day I got this game on the GameCube, to make this an harder experience, alright? More challenging, at least. I think that would make it a lot more interesting. So that is what I'm going to do in this series. Now, this is only possible with the HD version of the game for mainly two reasons. Alright, the first reason, as you can see right now, it's because of the hero mode. The hero mode was not in the two previous versions of this game, on the GameCube and on the Wii. They added it with the HD version, so that makes the game a lot more difficult and challenging. But with the HD version, they also added amiibo functionality, and this is what I'm counting on to make this game next level challenging, alright? But this is not the only things I'm gonna do, alright? First I'm gonna show you my save files. My first save file is my original one, the one I created and completed when I got the game in 2016. So I played 40 hours, I have all the hearts, I completed all the side quests. The only thing I'm missing is some stamps. But since Miiverse got shut down last year in November, we don't care really. So I won't start in this save file. I'll rather start in this one that I prepped for you guys for this series, because the amiibo functionality only unlocks at a certain point in the game. So I played this first part that was a bit boring, the beginning of the game, to be able to start the series as soon as I could scan the Ganondorf amiibo. And this is what I'm going to do right now. So let's jump right into the game. I'm going to take my amiibo. I'm going to scan it on the Wii U gamepad. I need to go in the collection screen for that. Not this one. Actually, I need to do that. Yeah. So scanning. Now on the gamepad, there's a little message that asks me if I want double the damage that I receive. And I say yes, of course. Yes. So now, if you heard well, Ganondorf laughs when you scan the amiibo, so that confirms that the amiibo is successfully scanned. Sorry about that. So now, my hearts are now blue, right? So that means I take double damage. And since it's a hero mode save file, it's not written anywhere, I think. Well, you saw it was when I selected it. So I should now take 4 times the damage I usually take in this game. So that alone is a good to make this game a lot more challenging, alright? I'll put away my lantern. I just need to adjust to the controls again, because I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild lately, so yeah, I'll need a period to adapt, right? So what I need to do now is go to the Forest Temple, the first temple of the game. And while I do so, I'll explain to you the last rules that I want to follow. So here Minna wants to talk to me. What do you want, Minna? Weapon. Oh, I can swing my sword with B. Right. Thanks, Minna. I didn't know that. Right. No, I didn't know. I've just been swinging a sword for like the past 10,000 years in my past lives, but I didn't know I could swing a sword. Alright, so with these creatures out of the way, I need to unlock this door. I'm gonna go see this guy over there. It's gonna give me the key. So yeah, for my rules, alright, so I told you the first two. First, hero mode save file, and that I can't change, so it's always gonna be respected. And the second one is the Ganondorf amiibo. I'm gonna call it Ganon's Curse, because saying the Ganondorf amiibo is canned will be tedious when I say this, and I probably say this a lot. So Ganon's Curse, this will expire the next time I die. So if I die, I need to put back the curse. So I'll just need not to forget about this if I die. I hope I won't die, because speaking of death, I'll count down. So I'll have a death counter, and I will try to complete this game not only under these rules, but also I'll try to die the least amount of times, right? So that's gonna be like a side bonus goal I'm working towards. No, I don't want to buy ore for 100 rupees. Alright, so now that I have the key, I can unlock the path to advance in Foreign Woods. So, these were my two first rules. My third rule, it's quite important also, and it has to do with art containers, alright? Oh my god, the controls. Okay, so as you know, in Zelda games, it has always been the same. When you kill a boss in a temple, it drops an art container, and you can get that heart container to improve your life pool. So you get another heart in the top corner of the screen. So now I have 3. We usually start a Zelda game with 3 hearts. Sometimes it's 6. In fact, the only time it's 6, it's in Skyward Sword. I don't know why they did this, but that's how it is. So my third rule will be to leave these art containers in the boss room of the temple. So ultimately, my goal is to complete this game on hero mode with Ganon's Curse with only 3 hearts. That is the goal. And I need to die the least amount of times too. So, I think that at first it's not gonna be so bad, because the first temples are all tuned to be not so difficult and completable under with only 3, 4 hearts, 5 hearts, you know. But as the story progresses and I go to temples that are further into the story, well, I think I might find this a lot more challenging, and this is actually the goal. So I'll like it a lot, I think. I don't know if if this will be possible. I actually completed this first temple with my rules to try and see if it was possible. And actually, the first was not so bad. I died, I think, 2-3 times. So I think it's all possible. So I think I should be able to respect my rules. So the fourth rules that goes with the third rule a little bit is that I want to avoid all the pieces of art, of course, because eventually they'll give me a heart container, and I don't want that. And of course, also, I'll try to avoid as much as I can the defensive items. Well, not my shield, because I'm gonna love this thing, but I won't bother to go after the magic armor. I could cheese the content a lot with this, but I don't want that. Also, I was planning on letting me use the bottles and what they can contain. But I think I'll start without them, and if it gets too hard, maybe I'll allow me to use the bottles. Because, of course, I can put potions in them, but I can also put fairies, and fairies could allow me to have 4 times the amount of art I have right now, so it would be 12 art instead of 3. But since the fairy triggers when I die, it only consumes 3 heart at a time, so I can't lose 12 heart in a single blow. And I think that later on in the game, the enemies might actually hit that hard. So that would be a way to like avoid full damage. But I don't know. Maybe I'll allow for 1 bottle. Yeah, I'll start with that. I'm allowed to use 1 bottle, and since now I have 1 bottle with red potion in, I'll allow me to use that. All right. So now I'm approaching the first temple. I will need oil, I think, to unlock my path to the forest temple, so I'll buy it right away. Because the monkey emptied the hell out of my lantern. So I'm gonna scoop my lantern in the oil. Alright, thank you. And then I will pay. I think it's 20 rupees. Is it 20? 20 rupees. Alright, so I'm gonna pay. First time I played this game, I didn't pay the parrot. And he didn't like it. At all. And when I came back, he pecked me to death. No, not to death, I didn't die, but I was surprised. Now I pay it. Because it's dangerous not to pay. I'm not a thief. So before the temple, I'll meet with the dead knight. That's gonna teach me secret techniques. The first time I played this game, on the GameCube, when I encountered this guy for the first time, this exact moment, I remember to find this really mysterious, you know, because I didn't know what was happening and what was about to happen, because actually he's just here to help us. But the first time you're like, oh my god, he's actually threatening me, right? And he's scary, he's dead and stuff, so... But then I realized it was going to help me and teach me some secret techniques. And the first technique is the ending blow. And the only time ever in my life that I had seen this technique being used was in the Wind Waker. When you actually kill Ganondorf, right? You roll around him in a really cool way, you launch yourself up in the air, and you fall on Ganondorf, planting your sword in its head, using this technique, alright? So, this, and you finish the guy. So when this guy taught me this technique in Twilight Princess, the first time I played the game, I didn't really know the name of the skill, even though it was written on the screen. I was young, and I didn't really notice that. So, my first reaction was, oh my god, I learned to kill Ganondorf. Because, for me, this was the name of the skill, you know? This, what was used to kill Ganon, this was the way to kill him. So that, you know, that was the skill, and that was his name, so... I was young and naive. Thank you, Dead Knight. The sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage. Remember those words. Farewell. Thank you. So, now that we grew in skill, we can now go to the forest temple. No, oh, there are 2 enemies here, by the way. See? 2 hits and it's dead. Remember when I said that the enemies were too easy to kill? And don't forget that this is the first sword. This is the weak sword, because we will eventually get the master sword and it hits harder, right?